Hey, what's up, peeps? Happy Sunday. I hope you had a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And I'm just glad to get all the holidays out of the way. I'm just really happy to be stepping into 2021. But anyway, before we begin, happy Sunday again. I have your reading. So let me see. Let me pick you up and show you the cards we will be working with. I can't tell if this is capturing it, but yep, it is. Here, have a seat. Have a seat by the fire with me. I also want to give a shout out to a couple of my, that's loud, a couple of my cousins who are authors, book authors. And, okay, I guess we're not playing music today? Okay. Taylor, I have your book. I'm not a first-time home buyer. I've bought this home that I live in, and I also dabbled into investment property way back when I was an entrepreneur full-time. But this is a great reference guide. You can get it on Amazon. I love it, Taylor. She's amazing. She's a go-getter. She has a radio show. I'm going to be a guest. I don't know when. I have to look at my schedule, but I'm really excited. She has been in my boot camp journeys, and I think we're going to talk about yoga, my boot camps, and talk about tarot too. So Taylor, I will get myself on your schedule, but congratulations on your book. And then I have another cousin. Now this is really strange because as I was looking at the back, she doesn't want to put her name on this. She mentions, growing up in Boston, whatever. She's in Florida now. And I bought this book before when she first published it, but I bought it for my niece. I don't know, for whatever reason, I just didn't feel, I just didn't feel that it was time for me to read this. But then I read a part of it on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I think it's time for me to read this. But I thought this was book number 2. So she has Erotic Tales, and then she has another book coming out. She's an incredible writer. So this is the book. I'm gonna have to get up and get some water. Why don't I have my water? But I think this is really interesting. It's about, it says Annie Richardson, a single sex-addicted woman, tries to analyze and make sense of her out-of-control lifestyle. A successful freelance consultant, Annie has been out on her own for quite some time and somehow has been put into the role of main financial supplier for her dysfunctional family. And then it goes on and on and on. It looks like she's just trying to find herself, and it looks really, really interesting. And so I'm not going to say your name unless you want me to say your name. I was actually surprised that you didn't put yourself in there to get the credit. But she does it because she loves it, and she's an incredible writer. So believe me, if you get this book, you won't want to put it down. I read a tiny bit, and I'm like, oh, I need to go get that. And then I've got The Sacred Woman because I'm joining a book group, and we're going to read chapters and discuss it. I am really looking forward to this. It's Sacred Woman. And it's great. It's just great to be with like-minded, spirited people. And this one thing that this pandemic has definitely changed me is, well, it's changed me in a lot of ways, but one in particular is being home all the time when I'm never home. Home was a place to just sort of crash and eat and then out the door again, working, exercising, climbing mountains, traveling. And I'm home, and I suddenly like to cook. It's actually it's like an event now when I put stuff together in the kitchen, if that's what you call it, if that's what you call cooking. And reading. I've read, I'm reading. I used to say that I would read fictional books when I retire because there's too much to learn. And you know what? I had plenty of time to read several fictional books. So books are up, cooking's up, being home and loving my home space is up. I just did another clearing before the new year, and so my space feels lovely and lifted. And so now it's Sunday, and I'm resting, and Sunday's for the soul, so I have your reading. So now let's get to it. I'm really excited to read these new books too. So Let's take 3 deep breaths. Oh, let me get my bell. Oh, excuse me, you guys. I'm gonna get my bell and some water. Sorry about this. And my bell. I'm walking around a bit more too. My IT band is starting to heal. Weekly visits to the chiropractor, and I'm really excited. I'm going to a sports therapist. So I'm going to work with him for an hour just to make sure that what I'm doing on the mat is helping to heal my IT band. Because sometimes I can want something so bad that I'll overdo it. So, oh, and I hate this. I had allergic reaction to some cream. Yeah, it shows up here. But okay, anyway, let's get grounded. Woo! It's my best part. It's my favorite part is the breathing. So let's do it. 3 deep breaths. Let's do this. I hope you guys had celebrated safe, distant. Next year it'll be a different game. Next year, 2021, will be a different ball game. And now that I've adapted to being home, I adapt very, very quickly to changes. Almost too quickly, because now I'm like, oh, I don't want to go back out into the real world. But I got to go back out to the world. Wow, I got a lot that are sticking to my hands right here. So we're going to go, this will be currently where things stand. And fate is changing. The karma is changing your fate. So whatever action that you put forth, you can see the cards now. With the selfie light, it was like too much light. But things are changing. Your fate is changing, and karma is turning the wheel. Where it lands, we shall see. Yeah, you need to start looking at the cups that are still there, the love that is still there for you. Not what you're losing or what left you, but what's behind you. You still have love. You're still very, very much loved, right? But you feel like somebody abandoned you, right? And you're overburdened. My goodness, this is not how we want to start 2021, people. So for those who watch, for those who hit the like button, for those who comment when the comment field is open, I know I don't have a lot of comments and I'm really new at this, but if you're subscribed and you hit like, believe that your energy is going into these readings week after week. So it's time to look at how you've taken on more than you can handle somewhere in your life. I don't know, maybe that's led to you doubting what was there, because when you've taken on more than you can handle, you can't think straight. You're constantly in a state of being overwhelmed and agitated, defensive. You're not a good time to hang around, And when you're doubting, like, nobody wants to be around you. Like, pew, this person's running, right? Because you're not being grateful. You want to be careful, because your karma will put you in a situation where you will be grateful. Like, for instance, like when I watch people walking and running, and I can't, I've been walking sort of straight, but for the last few days, I've been like limping a little, and there's no way I'm going to be running right now. And I think, wow, look at that. It's such a blessing to be able to walk without pain. I don't have a lot of pain and I'm getting better, but I have injured myself hiking. I dislocated my shoulder. Oh, one time it was like 2 years ago, I just couldn't stop dislocating my shoulder. to a point where I could not do this. I could not do this with this arm. There's no way I could do this. But I remember saying to a friend, oh, I long to reach my arms up without pain. And she laughed at me like, really? Is that all you want? Well, you know what? That's what taking things for granted will do. Like I'm never going to take it for granted that I can reach my hand up into the air. And as I woke up this morning, I thought, yeah, I'm going to be running again. I'm going to be climbing mountains again in maybe a month or two. And I'm not going to take that for granted. So, you know, you don't want karma to teach you that lesson, right? Maybe realistically look at what you've created. And it's okay to say, you know what? I bit off more than I can chew. And I have to let some of this stuff go. Do that, because 2021, you don't want to bring that kind of karma into 2021. If you're taking on too much, that's okay. You're human. You can back off and just say, this is what I can handle. This is what I'm capable of. And you don't have to worry about what people think or what people say, because that is not a way to live your life. I love that feeling. Cards like just fan into my hands. I love it. Oh, there we go. Okay, because you don't have to always worry about everything. Okay, your guardian angel's there, protecting you from the toxic bad people, from all the boogie monsters in your life. Okay? You're on the ground and you're done. You're like so exhausted because you've been going through it. And you've been going through it for so long that you don't even know it's over. But your angels are there. The swords are finally being used to protect you from the bad energy. But you don't know it. That's the thing, is like you don't know it. You don't see that the hard times are over. Maybe because you still need to clear your space. Maybe it doesn't feel like the hard times are over because things are still falling apart. Like right now and around you, the Tower is here. Like this is the card of 2020. I call the Tower the tarot card of 2020, because everything that we thought that we built up is now crumbling. And it's crumbling by forces beyond what we can see. Be it Mother Nature, be it a virus. It's something that's totally and completely out of our control. Something that we didn't see coming, but now it's coming, and now it's there. And the things that you built up are falling apart. But the best part about things falling apart is because sometimes that's what's needed to happen to bring things back together again. So if you are unwilling to let go of the things that you've held on to so tightly, the Tower will do it for you. Do you want towers in your life to always take away the things that need to be taken away? Or do you want to step into your power and change it on your own? Because that's why the karma wheel is spinning for you. Because there is an angel on your side that's saying this is over. Even though the Tower, you see everything falling apart, your angel is saying this is over, okay? And the karma, this wheel that's turning, this is how it's being delivered. Blessings in disguise happen through Tower moments. So you can sit back and you can just let the universe do it for you, because that's what's happening here. I don't see the person who's seeking, the watcher here. I don't see that you took the necessary steps to make the changes. You sort of sabotaged certain things. Like here, you sabotaged because of mistrust, misbelief, taking things for granted, sabotaging. That's why this person is taking off. And all the spilled milk is in front of you, but you still have cups standing. So it's not all that bad. The King of Swords. Yeah. Strong, authoritative, brilliant. Like this is you finally stepping into this. This is you stepping into your power, actually, I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling right now that maybe the tower is finally coming apart because you're finally stepping in and saying, it's time for me to take back my life. It's time for me to control things with your big sword of truth. You know, you've got the chops, you've got the mental wit, you've got the brilliance, you've got the power, you've got the authority. You're the king of swords, for crying out loud. And that's good because you're starting to, whether you know it or not, believe in your ability to take authority, to believe and to have that intellectual battle with others. Like you don't want to have a debate with the King of Swords. You don't. Because his sword is sharp and it's big and it's heavy. And he won't cut your head off. That's what the Queen of Swords will do. He's non-emotional, but he will drop some knowledge on you. Okay? And he's kind of cold a little bit because he's not emotional. He doesn't know how to be emotionally intelligent. Very tactful. This is what's leaving. All these people fighting you, battling, competition. The competition is leaving, whether it's competition with your friends, coworkers, family. Then this is not just like a little bit of competition. This is stiff. This is people going to battle to get what they want. But guess what? This part of your life and learning how to be in competition with others is leaving. And you're learning, this is what's coming in. Self-love. Self-love. Caring more for yourself. Look at you looking into your cup. In the beautiful church of the great outdoors. And taking time for yourself. That is beautiful. I think a lot of us had this page moment, Page of Cups. And pages, it's very youthful, very young energy, very beginning energy, although you've gone through a lot of lessons that brought you to the page. It's still a very gentle phase. So be gentle with yourself, is what I'm hearing. And love yourself. Self-love is up. I'm putting these two cards back in. Self-love. Because when you love yourself, people love you more. I think it's because you have a certain glow and a certain confidence in yourself that is just attractive. And when you love yourself, I don't know, that to me that's just the fastest way to attract real love in the world. So it looks like, yeah. Let's take a look at this. When you have the world, you have it. You've got it. You've got whatever challenges that you've had in your life, you beat them. Because it says it here. You know, the competition. You know, what competition? I ain't sweating no competition. Oh, there's a song, Anything by SWV. Listen, I ain't sweating no competition. Oh, you're not sweating it. Right? But yet, you have the world, but yet you still have to back off a little bit. It's like, you have the world, but you want the cake and you want to eat it too, and you can have the cake, but just maybe a little bit of it, not the whole thing, you know, maybe not so much. Maybe with the world in your hands, you have to learn how to balance it a little bit more, because you're off here. Your trust is off. Your karma is spinning. Your karma is changing things. You finally come into an end. Maybe that's why the world is you're getting the world. You have the world. You're not getting it. You have it. The house, the kids, the job, the money, the security. people who, just friends. I mean, you have it. But yet you're still exhausted. I don't get it. I don't get that energy. Like, let's keep moving on. Because sometimes when you're a storyteller, if you're a tarot reader, you're a storyteller. Sometimes you need more of the pieces. And I know sometimes when I watch readers and they'll start off the story one way and it's kind of like bleak and it doesn't sound positive, and then it ends positive. And it's like, oh, well, sometimes you just want all the cards out first. But what fun is that? Waiting for all the cards. I like how the story unfolds. I'm putting this back in only because like these cards flipped over, but it shows more swords. Man, and a 9 of swords, like fears. That's been coming up like every week. What is up with all of the swords on the floor? Yeah, confusion. Somebody's still confused. The moon. Ruling planet of Pisces. Very watery, very emotional, very confused. People see that you're confused. People look at you like you don't know what the fuck you want. You're just, maybe it's your confusion. Maybe you're exhausted because you're still confused. Don't worry, the tower is going to eventually be rebuilt. Right now, things are just, you're not grounded. You're not grounded right now. Somebody who's watching this, you're not grounded right now. And that's okay because, well, I don't know if that's ever okay. But cut yourself some slack is what I want to say. Because your world is changing. The tower is changing your world. Look at this, people. More swords. More of them. 8 of swords. That's like pickle business. Like you're in the middle of a pickle. Like, you can't move either way. You're just indecisive again, and it's tormenting you. God. One more, and we're going to get some clarifications. Go get some happy cards because I don't know what's going on. That was a card of movement, but if it wants to come up, it'll come up again. Okay, so this one just flipped over. It's called Lovers. Oh, there's 2 of them. Lovers. So that's what you're confused. It's a choice. Lovers in the tarot deck is a card of choosing. It's a choice. You have to pick. This is causing you so much stress. I'm not going to play this song because I don't have rights. And I'm not trying to do this video and have to fight with the rights. Just give me some plain music. You know what? No music. Yeah, you have a choice to make. And it's driving you batty. But when you make the choice, you'll be ready. Ace, it's the beginning. But Ace carries the most amount of energy. Like, you can't beat the Ace energy. And it's the fire. So it's creativity, it's passion, it's energy. And you have the world again in your hands. Didn't I say that earlier? The world in your hands. And you're ready to go. You're looking in a direction. You're like, yep, ready to take my staff with my fire. And I got the world and I'm ready to go. But where you gonna go? You've got to make a choice first. And when the Lovers comes up, I just want to say that sometimes it's not just the obvious. Do I want the blonde or the brunette? Do I want the big butt or do I want the girl with the big boobs? Do I want the money or I want the girl who's got the sexiness? That's obvious. Sometimes the choice is the change. If I want this, then it means I might have to let go of that. Or if I want this, that means I also have to start doing this. Could be the choice between 2 jobs. Like, do I want the job that pays me really well to do very little? Or do I want the job that's challenging, that makes a change in the community, that pays me nothing? It's like some of the most, giving roles pay the less, like teachers. Like, teachers should be the highest paid profession in this country. Okay, I'm not going to go there. Okay, backing off that energy. I don't know where that came from. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes a choice is a hard choice because you feel like, maybe that's where the indecision, maybe that's why all these swords are coming up. But it's saying that once you make that choice, you'll have the world in your hands and you'll be looking in your direction. You'll be like, pew, ready to go. Because I have the Ghetto Tarot, I love this deck. I love this deck. Hard to shuffle because it requires and I've got long hands. So thank God I've got long hands. Maybe that's why God gave me long hands. Like I've got long hands, long fingers, and I actually have long arms too, which is weird. So I can hug more trees. God gave me long arms and long fingers so I can hug trees and shuffle big tarot cards because I'm not it's not proportioned. I'm a short person. I'm only 5'3", so I shouldn't have hands. My hands are as long as a man, a man that's 5'9". I'll put my hand up against theirs and my fingers are just as long. So I can handle this deck. The fool is on his way. That's good because this guy's ready to go. He's in the beginning stage, ace, okay? And this is the beginning of the journey, of any journey, that's really part of your path. That journey that calls to you, that requires you to take a leap of faith. Those journeys, if it requires you to take a leap of faith, there's a lot of journeys you can go on where you can have everything researched, all your T's crossed, all the I's dotted, everything planned and whatever, and it's an easy transition. Then there are some paths where you will have to make a choice to make a move out of either belief that you can do this or a belief in something higher or bigger than yourself that you can lean on. So if you don't believe in God or whatever, then you have to lean on yourself, which I think is pretty freaking brave. All right, I like to lean on something higher than myself to take a leap of faith. I never play the fool without having some sort of strong faith that fuels me to make that jump. So either or, you're making a leap of faith. That means there's no net. That means there's nothing. All you have is the belief in yourself or something higher than yourself that knows that they're going to watch out for you while you make this big shift, while you make this big move. Okay? So maybe all of these swords on the mat right now, it's all about, really, it's about that decision you have to make. And it's not it's not do I want to give up eating red meat kind of decision. This is bigger than that. This is life altering. I'm hearing that this is life altering. That's why the tower's here. That's why the tower, the karma, the dream, the wish, the manifestation that you've been asking for, that has caused the wheel of fortune to come out here, it's being answered by the tower. When the tower falls, that means something big is shifting. Think about, I hate to keep putting COVID into this, but COVID was a tower. Did COVID not change things? COVID changed everything. You're in for a change. You get the King of Brooms. To me, and the other, this is like the King of Wands in the traditional tarot. That is to me, it's the divine masculine. It's the warmth, the man who's warm, who's passionate, who is very Midas touch kind of person. Whatever they touch turns to gold. They can sell you anything. They can sell you a bridge that doesn't even exist. It's a person who's really on the move. And so the King of Wands energy is up. That's good. We've got people on the deck now. Finally, we've got something. So we know that this is, and look at this, kind of looks like the King of Wands too. He's a king. Look at that. That's right. See the artwork here? It's just so different. But he's the king. He's got this crown. He's got his wands. And this is the king of, was his King of Brooms, but he's really look at him. Look at that. It's not on fire or anything, but, he knows his place. He knows who he is, right? He knows where he wants to go. That's beautiful. One more, and then we're going to move into some Moonology and some Soul Journey cards. How am I doing in time? 30 minutes. Fantastic. All right, so can you please tell me more about the Lovers? Let's look at the decision, because again, sometimes it may not be about two men or two women. Sometimes it could be a choice between, you want to get healthy, you want to be a vegan now. Do you want to be a vegan? Do you want to be a pescatarian? And you want to stick with it? Do you want all of those? Okay. I have 3 that fell out. So we're clarifying the Lovers. Can't wait to see this. All right. Clarifying the Lovers. Knight of Pentacles. So, reliable, but you're slow. At least it's more people here. So this person that's making the decision, the Lover's decision, is taking sweet ass time. Because he's got a lot. Or she's got a lot. Look at it. It's like riding with this pentacle. He's the Knight of Pentacles. He's humble too. He's a humble person. Humble, slow. He's got his wealth. And when he makes his decision, like I'm hearing that he's taking his time because he's got a lot to give. So he's going to take his time. But taking your time is creating a lot of anxiety too. So it's almost like you should honor that. If you have a lot to give when making a decision, or if you're going to make a lifestyle change, whatever it is that you're picking between, you should take your time. But at the same time, it's causing you a lot of stress, and that is not good. I need my glasses for this. I just had them. Where are my glasses? Oh, there's another card over there, too. All right, you guys. Oh, here they are. They're on top of my cousin's book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of Cups again. Listen, we already had it here. So, and this one, the image is a little different, but I'm still going to pick up the same feeling because it came up again, that your decision, you don't want to feel like you're abandoning anybody, I think. I'm feeling like your decision will mean it means it's gonna piss off somebody. Because look how this person got pissed off and ran. You're like, oh shit, I'm just trying to just see something. I'm just trying to, I just want to make sure you're there, and you took off. And so it's up again. So I don't know. I think maybe whatever choice you have to make is the Swords again. It's like the 3 of Swords. It's like, is this the 3 of Swords? I think this is the 3. And yeah, it's not, you don't look, it's like he's putting his hands together, because the 3 of Swords is painful, but it's also healing. It's painful, but it's healing you. So I think what I'm feeling about this choice is, the choice is to let go of something that's probably toxic, but you're not ready to let it go. But by letting it go, it's going to, you're lying down like, okay, let me just take it. Let me take the knives. Let me take it. Because it's going to lead me into wholeness. I already talked about the knight. What is this? Oh, at least we got some pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the 6 of Pentacles is about, in this image it looks a little different, but I'm getting it's like a reconciliation. It's about dreaming about what you've wanted in the past and actually knowing you can make it come to fruition. So it's about longing for the past, but longing for the past in a different way, because now the past is becoming the future. And this is also about, and so when you're going back into the past, or when you're reviewing or feeling nostalgic and then coming together in the future, it usually involves reconciliation, like going back to something. So taking your time with your choice, knowing it's going to cause a little bit of pain. That release is the release is going to cause a little pain, but you're heading back into it. Whatever it is that you let go of, whatever dream, whatever something you held that was so valuable to you in your heart is coming back. But let's not forget that somebody's not going to like it, and somebody's going to be running off. But don't worry about the spilt milk that they leave behind, because you still have some cups standing. In this card, they're all standing, so it doesn't look really that bad. Okay, but taking your time could be bringing you some angst. I don't know. Let's see what the soul journey has to say about all of this. Well, at least what's coming in is talk about something good. Self-love, learning to love yourself. Learning to care more for yourself, not for everybody else, but for yourself. Learning to care for yourself. Self-love. You know? If you haven't given yourself that time and attention, start small. Start on Sundays, because Sundays for the soul. Sundays for you. For you. All right. So, Spirit, thank you for these messages for somebody who's seeking. But can you give me some information about all of these swords? Like, there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of indecision still. Is there something that the seeker needs to look at or face to help them? Well, there's envy. So the card says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So, yeah, so sometimes people can look at you in your life and feel jealous or envious, but they don't know what you did to get there. Why don't people think about that when they're jealous and envious? Why don't they do that? That's why jealous people make me itch. I'm allergic to jealous people, because when they sit there and they envy and they're jealous of you, they don't know half the story. They don't know what it took to get there. And if they did, they wouldn't want it. So either you're feeling this energy towards you, or you are feeling this way towards somebody else. You take it as it resonates. Sometimes it's either or. It's either the seeker is feeling this way, or the people around them are feeling this way. But there's a lot of swords and indecision. So perseverance. Don't give up. Don't give up. Persevere. Let's see what this says. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to do. Yes, you can. And I really hope that you're not the one with this envy. Because heal that. Heal that. Heal that before you move on. Heal that before you move on. Or if people are envious, you know, because you're going to go through it, because you're going to go through whatever it is that you need to go through to get to the other side of happiness, just know that this is why I'm allergic to envious and jealous people, because they're always fucking around. You know, and they come around when they see you prospering. And again, and they don't even know half the story. They don't know what it took for you to get there. Oh, boy, does that burn me. Let's get some moon cards. What is the moon? Spirit guides, ancestors, what do you want the seeker to know? Because when I say, you know, persevere, that's what the King of Wands, like, he's not, don't get in his way. The King of Wands will burn a path. Even if you're on it, they'll burn that path. So you better get out of his way, or her way. And this card flew out. What do we have here? These cards, the background on these cards are really dark. Well, the moon comes out in the dark time, so a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. So a new cycle is going to begin. So I don't know when the new moon is this month, but I do know the full moon's in Leo. But anyway, So maybe under the new moon, you do some meditation because a new romantic cycle will begin. So if you've been under a cycle that hasn't been healthy with your love life, be of good cheer because something new is coming in if you want it. It's going to make people envious. I just know it. I just know it. Because one of the greatest gifts is love. You know, when people get into new relationships, you ever notice other people around, they get kind of funky? Even if they're married, even if they have somebody. When they see that you've been single for so long or whatever, and then, you know, you're dating or whatever, and you're not really into, but when you find that person that lights up your soul, people get funny. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's because it's a lack that they don't have. It's not that they don't want you to be happy. It's just that by you being happy and by you changing, you know, it's reflecting to them what they don't have. So persevere because this good stuff is coming in. Don't let the envy haters get in the way. We're going to go with, what's the lesson? These cards I love. They're called Today's Lessons. So what's the lesson for today? Oh, I'm going to knock on it. Put some prana in it. What is the lesson that this person needs to learn? Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Your dreams. Not somebody else's. Yours. Not your family's. Not your friends. Not your teachers. Not your bosses. Not fill in the blank. Your dreams. They're yours. It says, point out one special dream and ambition that you brought about or postponed. What has motivated you to put positive action on hold? Why did you put it on hold? Why did you put your dreams on hold? Why did you do that? Your goal, to determine whether your excuse is real, and if not, identify the real reason you've delayed so that you can do something about it. Why would you put your dreams on hold? I mean, sure, sometimes people do it because of financial reasons, like you don't have the money, you don't have the time. Stop lying to yourself. You do have the time. Stop it. Reclaim your power. Reclaim your power. Let's get one more lesson for you. Take back your power. You take back your power, then go and then love yourself and go after your dreams. And you know what? Yes, it's you may be anxious right now, but I think sometimes holding back. I know that we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is slow. I think he's one of the slowest moving knights in the deck. But sometimes, you know, sometimes you can move too slow. You're taking a leap of faith. Leap of faith is not about moving slow. Be proactive. Make a move. Make a move. Say yes. Say yes to your dreams. Recognize one of the major areas of insecurity in your life and see how it disempowers you. Didn't we have step into your power? Hold on to your dreams. Thought I had that card in here. Oh, maybe it's in the deck. But anyway. So anyway, let me finish this. Then identify one small action you can take to release the insecure feeling. Your goal is to observe whether you're being proactive or passive. Since healing energy requires you to be proactive. Slow moving Knight of Pentacles. When you take a leap of faith, that's not slow action. So be proactive. Why? Address the insecurities. The insecurities will hold you back, baby. How can you follow your dreams if you're feeling insecure? I mean, I get it. I get it. What I don't like about the word insecure or what it means is when people project their insecurity onto you. Now, if you're feeling insecure, you can work on that, right? That's an opportunity to work on yourself, take the steps, just like the cards say. But I'm allergic to people who are insecure because they'll project their insecurity onto you. Those are the people I'm allergic to. Not people who are insecure, but the people who project their insecurities onto you. And that might be, and if they're doing that to you, it's probably affecting your energy and making you feel, well, maybe what they're saying is, yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe I don't have what it takes. Maybe I'm really not in a position to make that change. Maybe I can't really have that. Maybe I can't really do. I'm glad you're tuning into this reading. It's the fortune cookie, so that you can get some guidance and some wisdom that'll shake you out of that funk of these swords. I'm like, week after week, people, it's like these swords are like dominating. It's a new year. Time to take some new risks, make a move, love yourself. You have the world in your hand. You've got the energy to make the move. You're just being stagnant right now. And I don't know, maybe the Five of Cups is a good thing to have. Maybe it's good to have people running away. Just don't cry over that spilt milk, because the Tower is bringing you something brand motherfucking new. Surprise! The Tower is bringing you a surprise! Who doesn't love a surprise? Surprises are like candy to the soul. See, it's really dark, but I'm going to try my best to read this to you. It says, it's like really the font and the color. I mean, I get that it's supposed to look, like the culture, but it's so hard to read. It says, a disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to set my heart free. Real love. I'm planning, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles likes to do. He likes to plan every freaking step. Every single step. He's a strategist. It's say, now is the time to lay down the foundation for your future. Financial gains are more than likely. And that's funny that it says financial gains are more than likely, because didn't I tell you that the Knight of Pentacles, this money, slow moving, planner. So this really goes well with this. The surprise is just, I like surprises. I think whenever there's a chance for new love, that's always a beautiful surprise, because love is hard to find, especially during a time of COVID. It's like almost, I don't want to say impossible, because anything is possible. I think I've used every single deck. I think we're complete. So I hope you had a beautiful day. I hope you did something fun, and go ahead and make that move, take that leap, make your decision, make it soon. Make it soon. You've been stuck with this. I mean, the cards show that you've been stuck. You know what's in front of you. Go. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna leave with you. Somebody told me this one day when I was in a time of indecision. Like I was in a pickle, back and forth. Do I go this way? Do I believe this? Do I not believe that? There's a time in my life where I put more credit into what people thought and said than listening to my own. And this beautiful angelic woman said to me, Darlene, does it make your heart sing? Does it make your heart sing? And if it does, then that is your sign that it is okay to move forward. It's got to make your heart sing. So if it makes your heart sing, I say go for it. And I hope you tune in next week. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. When you do that, you bring your energy in. And every time you like, and every time you share the videos or make a comment, you're literally imprinting your energy into these readings. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you next week. Peace.